What?
Who are you? Where am I?
What?
What the hell is this place?
What?
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Ben to give it a go.
And my answer has always been no.
But now, finally, he's agreed not only to watch it with me, but to do a podcast about it as well. And quite frankly, it's about time.
Stephen! Stephen!
Blimey, you can shout!
Yeah, babe.
And don't we know it? Hello.
Hello.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you.
And greetings to our listeners who are listening.
We're in the month that Stephen turns 31.
Yes. You turned 31 last month, so...
I did, yes.
You're older than me.
I am. By a little bit.
Yes.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, so we're recording this in May.
Yes.
And
May
we've watched
4th, Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah, we're recording this on Star Wars Day. Can I let you in on a... Well, you know, but can I let listeners in on a secret?
Yes.
I have barely watched Star Wars and I'm not really a fan.
I've been trying for years to get him to watch it, but I'm just thinking, if you want a bonus episode...
We watched Star Wars that you...
As a bonus little side episode that we'll watch the Star Wars episode.
That would be funny because it's the reverse, because our intro says, for years I've been trying to get Ben to give Doctor Who a go. And now you're like, for years you've been trying to get me to give Star Wars a go.
Yeah.
I tried watching the first one, like the first one that was released.
With Matt Hammond. Is it Mark Hammond? Sorry.
Mark Hamill.
Hamill.
I'm not even a fan and I know that.
Sorry, I'm not an encyclopedia of the world unlike you.
Yeah, I tried watching that. The one that was it 1975 or whatever? The first, yeah. And I couldn't really get into it.
Just to let people know, I'm not a huge fan. I'm a fan, but I'm not like I've got other things that I'm bigger fans of.
You're more of a fan than I am. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then on a plane, I watched The Force Awakens. Is it? Like the first of the newer ones.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really understand because I wasn't really steeped in the story, but I quite enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah. Okay, so you've watched a little bit. Anywho.
But anyway, yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This has been a funny week for me because we've had a bank holiday.
Yes.
And then because as you know, I work in a school. I've been on a school trip twice, so for 2 days this week.
Yeah.
I had to go on the same trip with different classes. So I've actually only got 2 normal days this week. Yeah. So it's felt like a really short week.
Felt like a short week for me as well.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm enjoying my book.
You are. He's deep in Catherine Cookson.
I'm reading a Catherine Cookson called The Tide of Life.
The Tide of Life.
Yeah, I've nearly finished it. It's very good.
So it's not really my cup of tea, but he keeps breaking off and saying to me, "Oh my God, I hate such and such a character."
I do.
Yeah. Must be good writing then.
Wouldn't go that far.
Is it not? Is it a bit trashy?
No.
Is it not?
No. There's no sex. There's barely any kissing. It's about the people.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's not trashy.
Oh.
I mean, is it a bit like... I mean, it's hardly literature, is it?
She never claims to be literature.
No, I suppose that's... Yeah. That sounded really snobby then, didn't I? It's hardly literature.
Yeah. Anywho, we'll cut some of this. Anywho, let's move on to the podcast. This is not a Catherine Cookson book. But this is not a book podcast. It could be, but it cannot.
Yeah.
Anywho, we just watched...
What have we watched, Ben?
The Runaway Bride, which I swear is like an 80s Julia Roberts film.
Yeah, it is. Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but yeah.
Richard Gere?
I think so.
I think that's Pretty Woman, mate.
No, he's in Runaway Bride as well.
Is he?
Because I looked it up earlier just because I thought it might come up.
Of course it will come up. I love Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Have you not seen it then either?
No. I've not seen her whole list.
No.
Whatever you call it, filmography.
No. But yes, it is a film. I don't know if that is Runaway Bride a phrase outside of that, or do you think this title is a reference to that film?
No, I think that is a phrase.
Yeah.
Like when the bride runs back down the aisle and changes her mind.
Like when she jilts the man or whatever, yeah. Okay. Yeah. My great aunt was jilted at the altar.
No way.
Did I not tell you that?
No.
Yeah, so she was the one that lived to 104. She was born in 1911 and died in 2015.
God.
And quite young, she was getting married, and the bloke never turned up.
Oh.
And then she never married after that. She never had another relationship, as far as I know.
Oh.
She was like Miss Havisham.
So that was
Great
your...
Expectations. My grandpa's aunt.
Oh, okay.
So my great grandpa's sister.
Oh.
She was, I met her a few times. She was quite, her brain was, even at 104, her brain was still sharp.
Oh.
Her, just her hearing was bad.
Yeah.
But she had that accent, that sort of accent people from that era have, that's, their vowels are slightly clipped. And so she used to say to me, like, oh, I think that's very sad when it happens. Or she'd ring up on your birthday and she'd be like, I'm just calling to wish you a happy birthday. When I do an impression, though, my dad says I sound Australian, but...
So she's effectively, she was an Edwardian.
Well, yeah, she was born in 1911. Yeah. She was born before World War One.
Yeah, lived through 2 wars.
Crazy, isn't it?
Very crazy.
Anyway, why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
So we've watched, the 2006 Christmas special.
Yes.
The second Christmas special.
Yes, out of many, I'm assuming.
Well, they do pretty much one a year.
Oh,
yeah.
Dear Lord.
It became a staple of the Christmas schedule.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah, I believe you.
Not for you.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a split like they'd normally do. Like, oh, there's one on Christmas Day and there's one on New Year's Eve or whatever it is.
Yeah, you have to wait till 2009 to 10 for that one.
Yeah.
So obviously, it starred Catherine Tate.
Yes. Oh my God.
As Donna.
I love Donna.
Yes.
She is amazing.
She is amazing.
And I really wish we didn't get Margot.
Margot?
I swear to God, that little trailer said Margot.
No.
She said, I'm Margot.
She didn't say Margot.
She did say Margot.
Do you want me to tell you what she did say?
What?
Martha.
Oh.
Martha Jones.
It sounds... boring name. Oh, sorry if you're called Martha Jones, by the way.
Yeah. I was going to say, our listener, Martha Jones, is now just turned off in disgust. I can't remember where I read it or heard it or something recently, but someone made a good point, which was that names that end in A are very good for David Tennant to shout, like, Donna! And so, Martha!
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll come to Martha in due course. But yeah, you wish Donna had accepted his invitation and gone with him at the end of this.
She was bloody fantastic.
She is. She's
like...
Catherine Tate is such a good actress that people don't give her credit for.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna say this. This was a very good episode.
Oh, I'm glad. I wasn't sure what you'd make of it because it's very different.
I didn't like some of the cinematography. Okay. I felt like don't get me started on that villain. Do not get me started on her.
Okay, we'll come to her.
Yeah, when it was a bit flashy and like jaunty angles, and it was a bit I didn't like that, and it was a bit flashy. It became a bit. They kept on moving the camera, which became a bit flashy.
It's because that was the style they were going for. This sort of screwball comedy, like crazy happenings and
Loved Catherine Tate. I love Catherine Tate pretty much whatever she's in.
Yes, she is phenomenal.
She's one of my faves.
We're a big Catherine Tate stan household, aren't we?
Yeah. It's a bit like, I tell you who people also sleep on, like Dawn French as a serious actress.
Well, yes, as, not to bring up Murder Most Horrid again, but we've been watching that and
some of it she's very silly. And
but she's very versatile.
Yeah.
And she really inhabits all the different characters.
Yeah. And then but it's just classic shows that how TV pigeons people into comedy roles.
Yeah. Well, this happens with all sorts. Like there's so many actors who are very versatile and can really do lots of different things, but because they've become known for doing one thing, that people just assume that's all they do.
Yeah.
But the number of straight actors like in normal TV shows or whatever or films that can also sing and dance, and you would never know it. But if
you just said straight actors,
straight as in like not musical theatre performers, like straight. I didn't mean not talking about their sexuality.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like because they've been to drama school, they're going to have some sort of that. You go even if you go to drama school to do straight acting. Yeah. You have singing and movement as part of your training.
Ooh, didn't know that.
Anyway, so we love Donna.
Yes.
And you wish she was.
And I love Tennant in this episode as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I really regret to say this, but I really feel like he's just overshadowing Eccleston just ever so slightly. It's like an eclipse. I still have a very fondness for Eccleston.
Yeah, and you're allowed to like them both.
But I really do feel, they're very different Doctors, but I feel like I resonate more. If you know me in real life, and you know the real Ben, how Tennant is chaotic and twirly, like jumping to this and that. Yeah. That's very much how I am.
It's very much how you are.
So I resonate with him quite a lot, and I really do like him. And I will say, probably he was going to go up into currently my favourite Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of two.
Out of two.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Eccleston, the 9th Doctor, is fresh out of the Time War.
Yeah.
And so he's traumatised by that, and he's got the weight of that on his shoulders. And the 10th Doctor, he still has the weight of that on his shoulders. But I feel like once he regenerated, it gave him a chance to take a breath. And, you know.
We found out his planet name.
We did. I've been waiting for this moment.
Gallifrey.
Gallifrey. Yeah, that's the planet. My opinion, it's a beautiful word.
Did he make it up?
Who?
Russell.
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
No, it's been known in the classic series since John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor.
So it's Gallifrey.
But you know, when I told you when Russell brought the show back, he didn't want to steep it in too much old continuity.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to alienate people who hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
So he's gradually kind of drip fed this stuff back in, and so this is the point at which the name Gallifrey gets mentioned.
Do we find out more about it?
The planet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we see it?
Potentially.
Oh, no, it's locked, is it not?
Well, it is locked, yes, but there are such a thing as flashbacks.
I don't understand how it's locked, because time is fluid, but hey-ho.
That's your understanding of it. You're not a Time Lord, so how do you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice little word.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. I think Tom Baker was quite well known for his playful pronunciations of things, and I seem to remember him saying Gallifrey instead of Gallifrey, but other Doctors all say Gallifrey. So yeah, at what point watching it did you decide that you loved Donna?
The moment I saw her.
Oh really?
But not the moment I saw her. The moment she started having a go at him.
Oh yeah.
And not taking any. Yeah. She's not the smartest. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
She's one spring short of a mattress.
Yeah. She is in this episode anyway.
Yeah.
Just for listeners, somebody asked me, was I going to keep it a secret that Donna returns? And unfortunately, I don't have that option because Ben already knows.
Yeah.
You said,
and also I knew she was a part of Doctor Who because of it was a big thing. She's a big actress going into a big show.
Yeah, it was well promoted at the time. Yeah.
At the time, it was on front of TV magazines, and because my mum used to get the weekly TV magazines back then.
Yeah.
So it was in there and all that.
Yeah, you couldn't really miss it.
And also, on another thing, when I get obsessions, I will go to someone's Wikipedia page and I will read that Wikipedia page from top to bottom.
Yes.
And so I know pretty much not everything
she's done,
but I know flashes of things that she's been in.
Yes.
And Doctor Who is obviously on that list.
Yes.
As then it says main cast.
Yes. So yeah, she will return, but
in one season time.
Well, I guess you've got enough information to work that out.
Yeah.
Because you know how many seasons David Tennant does and blah blah blah. But anyway, what I will say is, we'll go into it obviously as and when we get to series 4. But he had to tweak her character slightly to make her sustainable for a full series, because she is written in this episode as a one-off, because she is a little bit thick and she is a little bit constantly having a go at him and stuff. When it was announced, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but when it was announced that she was coming back for a full series, a huge amount of fans were like, no, absolutely not, and they were in uproar, saying it's going to be awful, because they were basing it on this and thinking it was going to be a full series of this.
Yeah.
But you have to give Russell more credit than that, and Catherine Tate more credit than that.
And also, Russell is a smart writer and she's a smart actress.
Exactly.
She's been to drama school. She can take notes.
Yes, she's a phenomenal. She's done Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I saw her in Much Ado About Nothing with David Tennant.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
I would love to see slept-on actors and actresses see more light. I know they're not slept on, but thing is though, she's strong enough to stand against these big actresses and actresses with who have got she is just as talented. And this episode really shows that. I think she knew when to pull back from Donna. She knew when to go full throttle with Donna.
Yeah.
Like, she understood Donna's character.
She's a very intelligent performer. Were you aware of her comedy show, like, at this time, like in 2006?
I didn't watch it when it first aired. I watched snippets.
Yeah.
But Mum didn't really like her, so we didn't watch it.
No, she still doesn't, does she?
No.
I didn't watch it, but it was so... Her, like, Am I Bothered sketch was so sort of in the public consciousness that you were aware of it.
In the beginning, I got a lot of Donna.
You got a lot of Lauren? Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Yes, no, definitely. That's one of my favourite scenes, because it's very funny when she's been snatched out of her wedding and put in this weird place. And he keeps trying to say, you're in the TARDIS, and she's like, the what? The what? The what?
You're making up words.
Yeah. And like, what are you dressed like that for? I'm going 10-pin bowling. Why do you think, Dumbo? I was halfway up the aisle.
Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah. She's a welcome
fresh air.
Breath of fresh air, and she's a great contrast to Rose. Because she's not like doe-eyed over him.
So, can we talk about Rose's departure?
Yeah. And the aftermath of that.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
He is phenomenal.
He is.
He is so good. The way she asked him about Rose, and he was talking normally to her, and then when she asked, and his
voice cracked at the end,
broke.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's brokenhearted.
Yeah.
He is almost like, this is the distraction that he needed.
Yes.
He needed that distraction.
Because if this hadn't happened, what would he have done?
He would have probably cried. He hasn't cried yet, has he?
Oh, you did see a tear roll down his face at the end of Doomsday.
Is that really a crying?
Well, a tear rolled down his face.
Yeah. But no, he is feeling lost. And Donna is right, he does need someone.
Yeah.
And Martha is his rebound.
No comment.
Oh, is Martha a lesbian?
No comment.
Oh.
There are plot lines, and we shall see how they go down with you.
Oh, dear Lord. Brace yourself for Cannonball Wrecking Ben.
Yes. Let me just say, I mean, we haven't got to her yet, but I love Martha too. I really, really love Martha. I love all the Russell T Davies companions. But at least you're going into it with an open mind.
You know Rose?
I do, yes.
I've been thinking about her a lot.
Oh.
And I've been thinking about, like, how sad it is.
That she's trapped in a parallel world?
Yeah. And, like, she's got to get to grips with how that world works now. So, like, she's just come from a planet where Queen Elizabeth II's alive, and and we have a prime minister, and now they've got a president in that world.
Yeah, I do actually.
It's a republic.
Yes, I do actually tend to forget that the world is more different than you think.
Yeah.
When I think of Rose trapped in that universe, I always just think, well, it's the same as ours, but it's not actually. And
she's got, oh my God!
What?
Jackie's baby.
Yes.
It's Rose.
Oh my God.
It's Rose from that season. She's going to grow up and look identical to Rose.
That would be funny.
Because, I guess, I don't know, maybe slightly different. I don't know.
I personally don't think it will work like that, because what determines that?
DNA?
Yeah,
chromosomes?
But what do you call it? Fraternal twins don't look identical. They're born from a different egg, but at the same time. But for you to say that it's going to be Rose, like, it would be a different egg, because it's
Jackie's. It's a different timeline. That's what I'm saying. This is a totally different timeline.
I don't buy it, I'm afraid.
Anyhow, it's fine. Do you think Billy watched this? What, after she left? Yeah.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Billy Piper, if you're listening, please write in and let us know if, A, you'd let us interview you, and B, if you can just tell us, did you watch this Christmas special and were you a bit sad when you were not in it?
Yeah. I think if Billy Piper's ever listened to our podcast, she will have stopped listening when we kept going on about her massive mouth.
Billy, let me talk to you a little bit candidly here. You have a beautiful smile. It's just a larger on the average side. But it's a beautiful smile.
Yeah, it is a beautiful smile. Yeah.
You're blessed to have a big smile and big lips.
Who would be your dream person to interview from Doctor Who?
From Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Russell T Davies.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, he's the obvious real choice. But in my head...
Because he is the key to get my ideas onto screen.
Oh my God, yeah. So you're not actually interested in interviewing him, you're just interested in bombarding him with...
No. I would interview him, but I would fear that I would probably drift off onto his other stuff.
But that's fine.
But if you talk about actors on the show...
Yeah. There's someone I'm thinking of.
You got the obvious, you got Briley and Rose, but I think I know who you're thinking about. You're thinking about Queen Camille.
Camille Dubras. As you call her.
We call her Queen Camille. She's not a queen in my book. She's like a duchess. But maybe not even duchess.
Camille
maybe
Kajuri.
Like a lady. Yeah, but anywho, but Camille is good, and I can understand that, seeing it from the sideline.
I think she'd be a laugh.
Yeah. But anywho, back to the show.
You know, the very beginning, when she turns around and she's like, "Who are you? Where am I?" and all that. Yeah. That's the same, obviously, as the cliffhanger at the end of Doomsday. But they reshot it, so it's a different take. Do you remember I said in Doomsday that it didn't feel like the Donna that we get to know? Because if you, I mean, not that you're going to, but if you were to go back and watch that end of Doomsday, she's quite posh. She's like, "Where am I? What the hell is this place?" And like, she completely changed it for the character, which is better. And also the biggest difference is the lighting. Apparently that's the reason they reshot it, is because they changed lighting designer or something, and the new lighting designer preferred the TARDIS to be more brightly lit. Anyway,
he had the thing about people from like London.
He does, yes. I'm guessing that's because it's the capital.
Yeah. I want a Yorkshire lass or a Yorkshire lad.
You'll get a Lancashire lass.
Or a Scottish lad, or a Scottish
You'll get a Scottish lass and a Lancashire lass in the Moffat era.
Oh yeah, he's Scottish, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes, Moffat is to Scotland what Russell T Davies is to Wales, in terms of like shoehorning in lots of references into Doctor Who.
Oh.
Got to represent your home nation.
Can you tell me the flower of Wales?
The flower of Wales? Is it not a leek? That's not a flower, is it?
No.
The flower. Oh, daffodil.
Well done. Flower of Scotland.
Thistle.
Flower of England.
Rose. Rose.
Oh, she's an English rose. I just want it. Anywho,
is there one of Ireland?
It's got clover.
Yeah, not really a flower, is it? Anyway, interestingly, for a companion, you know the classic, like, traditional thing of a companion first seeing the TARDIS is they go inside it and then they're like, "Wow, it's bigger on the inside."
It's reversed this time.
So you got it in reverse, yeah. And she comes out and she's like, "How did that all fit in there?" Like, yeah, which is quite cool. Smaller on the outside.
Gallifrey science.
Yeah.
Is he a Gallifreyan?
He's a Gallifreyan, yeah.
Oh my God, is the Master like the evil brother of the king? When are we going to see him?
Who?
The Master. Oh my God. Is it like a split off? Like his hand secretly crawled away and became a human, became a Time Lord.
What, the Doctor's hand?
Yeah, and like it turned corrupt, and it was like, "I'm the Master."
You might find out something about what happened to that hand soon.
He ate it.
Who ate it?
The Doctor.
No. So the robot Santas returned.
Ugh.
When you saw them, you groaned. And I did have to just say to you, they're not a big part of it, don't worry.
Do you know what annoyed me the most about it?
What?
Get some fucking new costumes.
Well, the masks were actually completely redone.
How do you know that?
Because if you look at them side by side from the different episodes, they're completely different.
Well, the concept is there, and you know how
the
much
concept is there. Are you not a big fan of, as you call it, recycling?
Yeah, we get it. You want to inject Christmassiness into it. Oh, let's have a Christmas robot.
Yeah.
Let's have a Christmas tree that is also a weapon.
Yeah. I prefer to think of it as a callback rather than recycling. This episode is full of lines that live rent-free in my head. Donna's mostly. One of my favourites is when she's in the phone box trying to leave a message for her mum. And she's like, oh my God, I don't know where I am. it's a street, and there's W.H. Smith, but it's definitely Earth. She's so good.
For the American viewers who do not know what W.H. Smith's is,
It's a
It was a stationery shop, and now it's just like a rundown, archaic piece of retail history that
they're still around, aren't they?
Yeah, but had to absorb the post office to survive.
Yes, I mean they sell books as well, don't they?
They sell books, they sell stationery, sell magazines.
Yeah,
but paranormally, they were a bookseller and stationery seller. And they have like the Judy and they did have the Judy and Richard. No,
Richard and Judy.
Richard and Judy.
Yeah.
Richard and Judy, who were like this power couple who are no longer power couple.
Are they not together anymore?
I don't know, but I won't tell you. When I was growing up, I had a crush on Richard Madeley.
Oh dear.
I was like, why, brain? Why? I don't know.
Okay. Speaking of, any hotties of the week for you?
No.
No, I don't think I had any.
No. We had the return of Wet Tenant.
Oh yes, we did.
And there was a point where he poked out the TARDIS like the last bit, and he looked so fine.
Yeah.
He is a very handsome man.
Yeah, he always looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very, very handsome man, and makes watching the show a bit easier. Can we move on to the Red Monstrosity, please?
I'll come to her. One of my also favourite bits, it's like a really big set piece in this episode, is the taxi chase of the TARDIS bouncing along after it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah. They had a budget for this episode.
Yes, you can see that, yeah. I always loved that scene.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is good. And, like, their response, their like camaraderie, their like workership, their bouncing back.
Yes.
Was amazing. Like,
yes.
Get me out of there!
Yeah.
Open the door! It's locked! I don't know!
Oh, the Essex couple. I don't know! Imagine Catherine Tate's different sketch show characters as Donna. Like the Huon particles activate and she's like, ah! Like the screamy woman. Or she's like, he made me coffee, but it was instant coffee. We're all going to die. It's only instant coffee.
The dirty bastards.
Huon particles.
Been feeding me, Huon particles.
Oh, you're right, love. You come up to see me in the TARDIS, have you, love? Oh, you're a good boy.
You come up to see me in the web.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, she went up second.
Oh, I tell you what, Lars, there's a fucking spider over there. Why don't you fucking kill it?
Imagine Nan upstairs in the spot.
In the web.
And she goes, I could murder a cup of tea. I'd really got a cup of tea.
Anyone could say to me right now, do you want a cup of tea? And I say yes.
Anybody could say to me, do you not want to die? I say yes.
You're supposed to say I do. Anyway.
Well, I said yes. I'm bothered. Oh my god. She's up in the web and she's supposed to say I do. I'm bothered.
Yeah.
I'm bothered though. Marriage, bothered. It's bothered. I can't do it.
No, but you say that. There's something I wanted to bring up because Lance has a speech when he's revealed himself
as the red herring.
And he's having a go at what he's had to put up with from Donna.
Oh, the bastard.
Yeah, he is a bastard. But that speech, I feel like it's either a deliberate reference or it's just Russell T Davies had maybe been watching Catherine Tate. But that speech he has feels like it should end with, am I bothered? I've got it written down here. He says, oh, Brad and Angelina, is Posh pregnant? X Factor, Atkins diet, Feng Shui, split ends, text me. I ain't bothered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did Catherine Tate write her sketch show?
I think she did, maybe with some other people.
Anyhow, I've got a question.
Yes?
For you. Oh, no, we haven't got onto her yet.
You can talk about the Empress.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about her? I know you're bursting to talk about her.
Well, what's on your list?
I've got other things, but I can dip in and out.
Okay. So,
the Empress of the Rachnos. Not a fan?
I was a fan.
Yeah.
Until she opened her fucking mouth.
Oh, okay.
She looked amazing.
Yes.
She looked like, but we have a budget. We actually are going to do makeup, not CGI this time.
Yeah, she does look amazing.
We're actually going to build a spider, but the spider's... Yeah, and I thought, okay, this is going to go somewhere. But she just sounded like an evil cat. Every time she kissed, like... I was like, you're a fucking spider, love.
Well, how do you know what a spider sounds like when it speaks?
Not like that.
Well, it might do for all you know. It's an alien. It's an ancient alien spider.
Yes, and like, I'm sorry, like, no.
I love her.
Do you?
I mean, it's
Is she an actress? Is she a famous actress?
She's Sarah Parish. She's quite well known, yeah.
Oh. Sarah Parish?
Yeah.
You need to not do that role ever again.
No, it's...
My children!
It's incredibly over the top and camp.
That rock is an egg sack.
Yes.
Oh my God, it just clicked.
Yeah. That's why the children all came out of it. But yeah, no, it's incredibly over the top and camp. But I think for a Christmas special, I think you can get away with that.
Yeah.
For me, pretty much every line she says, I find hilarious. The robots with the guns, she's like, they won't hit the bride. They're such very good shots.
Yeah, I just didn't like all this hissing and like...
But she's very inhuman, and I think that adds to it.
Yeah, but like, it could be done in other ways. It just felt like a cat hissing. Yes, her lines were good. She was kicked out of the sky.
Oh, blown up.
Yeah.
By the tank.
But surely, like, her body would just say...
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Fall down to the earth.
But it looked like they pretty thoroughly blew it up, so I guess she got blown up.
Stephen hates spiders, and I'm surprised
I do.
Like
I hate spiders. For some reason, I don't get freaked out by it because I know she looks like a spider, but she doesn't look enough like a spider to freak me out.
Yeah, she's very humanoidy.
Yeah.
With a massive abdomen.
Yeah.
So how long has she been on Earth for? That's the question.
What, the Rachnos?
Well, she's been travelling to Earth, I guess.
Yeah, she was in space, and the children were buried at the centre of Earth.
So that is a spaceship?
The Webstar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's her ship. That's as far as I understand it, yeah.
Oh. Donna was quite humane. She wanted him to stop.
Yes, I love that. That's a really important aspect of this episode. That's exactly what she said at the end. Please find someone, because I think sometimes you need someone to stop you.
Yeah.
If the Doctor travelled on his own, he would get remorseless.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would lose his humanity. Not that he is human, but you know what I mean.
No, but he's travelled with humans long enough to gain humanity.
Yeah.
And gain a slight sense of it. But it does show that his people were quite ruthless.
Oh, his people are ruthless. Don't go thinking the Time Lords are fluffy, nice people, because they're really not.
Yeah. Like, he sounds like an anomaly.
He is. That's why he ran away.
He ran away?
He chose to leave Gallifrey and go travelling in the TARDIS because he didn't want to be part of it anymore.
Oh. Do we ever find out his real name?
Spoilers.
He has a real name.
He does, yeah. Nobody knows it.
Is it like bleep bleep bloop bloop?
No, it's Keith.
Is it?
No, of course not.
Title of the episode is Keith.
Keith. Oh, by the way, you know when the Empress said, "The bride approaches. She is my key." When I was a child,
oh my God, that's what she reminds. Sorry, when you just did that, she sounds like a panto villain.
Yes, she is. That's exactly what it is. It's Christmas. Oh. Get over it. Yeah, when she says she is my key, when I was 14 or whatever and I watched it, for some reason I always thought she said she is my tea, like she was going to eat her. She is my tea.
Yeah.
I was an idiot as a 14-year-old.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, thanks.
I was an idiot as well.
Yeah.
We were all idiots as teenagers.
I guess. You know the company Donna worked for?
H.C.
Clements.
Oh.
H.C. Clements.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you recognise that name at all?
No.
If we'd rewatched Cucumber more recently, you would have recognised it, because Russell used that name for the place where Henry worked.
Oh, yeah.
H.C. Clements.
Oh.
Russell likes to do that. He has like a bank of names that he just likes to use.
Oh.
Apparently, you know Captain Jack Harkness?
Yeah.
I think he's called a character Jack Harkness in something else.
Oh. It's a bit like me and names. Like there's like when I write stories, I a bank of names I really like. Like Penelope is one of them.
Edmund
is another one.
Yeah.
Abigail is another one.
Another favourite Donna moment. You had the reception without me. You had the reception without me.
What is that name? Her villain, the person she doesn't like.
Nerys. Nerys. Thank you, Nerys.
Yeah, I didn't like Lance at all.
No, you're not.
He was
I don't think you're supposed
dancing
to.
with Lance.
Nerys was dancing with Lance. Yeah. Would you jump in her grave so quick?
Nerys.
This has got Nerys written all over it.
Yeah, not. I'm pretty sure that she can't make you
just teleport. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I thought that the what's her name? The red thing.
The spider.
Yeah.
The Empress.
I thought what she was going to do for Lance was make him a rockness.
How can she make him arachnid?
I don't know. Like feed him her blood like a vampire.
Oh.
But do you think he's had sex with her?
Oh.
Because that's what the doctor suggested.
I don't take it that way. I think it was...
Because he said it's better than her.
Yeah, I think he was saying... The doctor was saying that as like a jibe. Like, what is that what you are to her? And he was just using that as an opportunity to then insult Donna and say it would be better than a night with her.
Some people have fetishes with aliens.
Cue Torchwood. I'm half joking.
So when's our first Torchwood episode? That's the question.
We've got Sarah Jane and then Torchwood. What about Donna's parents?
Snobby and Snobbette.
I think that should be the title, Snobby and Snobbette.
They fucking annoyed me.
Yes. Her dad was okay.
Yeah.
Her dad was sweet.
Yeah. They reminded me of Hyacinth and Richard, like her mumly, like, oh, she's valid. I don't know.
Yeah, no. The thing with this episode, and then obviously bearing in mind that she returns for a full series, a lot of the difference can be explained by the fact that this is her wedding day. People are going to be stressed to the high heavens on their wedding day, and her mum is probably really stressed because it's her wedding day and her daughter's disappeared. You know, she doesn't walk around like that all the time.
Yeah. I guess.
But yeah, very sadly, the actor who played her father died. I think he filmed a little bit for series 4, but they ended up not using it. And we'll talk more about that as it comes. But yeah, very sadly, he passed away.
Yeah.
Howard Atfield. But yeah, Jacqueline King plays Sylvia, and I think she's very good. A friend of mine used to work in Lush. I think it was Lush. And apparently she used to come in all the time. Mm-hmm. And him being a Doctor Who fan like me, he used to... I think he said to her about, oh yeah, you played Donna's mum. Apparently she was lovely. Very very friendly about it.
Mm.
There's another little running joke in this about the alien invasions on Earth, and that Donna's just missed them.
Yeah.
Didn't know what happened. You laughed your head off when she said about, I had a bit of a hangover.
It was just felt like the character would be like so blasé.
Yeah.
Cybermen, I was snorkeling.
Yeah. I think to be honest, I think it was put in as a joke for like to represent basically most of the human race. Like you said, we were watching this, and when the star started shooting, you said, how many times has planet Earth been visited recently? And like, yes, it's happening more and more. But yet normal life is still going on. So yeah. I guess it's just a reference to like humans are just going to turn a blind eye and be like, oh, it was a hoax, or it was this,
or just get on with it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but there's only so many times you can do that, I think.
Yeah. I thought the ship looked quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
Did look like it'd been TP'd, though.
TP'd?
Yeah. TP.
Oh, toilet paper.
Yeah, just like throw it at Halloween when you just throw it.
Yeah, well, you mean, it's a very American thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it happens here sometimes.
Yeah. So have you got anything else from this episode that you want to talk about?
Not really. I think you've covered most of it.
Did you like the the bits when they were looking out through the TARDIS doors?
Yeah.
I like those bits.
Yeah. it was another thing for me to say, oh, they've got a budget.
Yeah. CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does make me laugh though, when they're watching the formation of the Earth and they're standing right on the edge of the TARDIS doorway. And I don't know, I can't remember what Donna says. Donna says something and then the Doctor goes like, yeah, and he sort of gives her a little nudge and she sort of like stumbles like every time I watch it I think he's going to push her out the TARDIS.
I think the TARDIS has a bubble around it.
Yeah, he does say that's how they're breathing. The TARDIS is protecting them.
Yeah.
Would make
TARDIS
sense.
is a very good bit of kit.
Yeah.
And I just had an idea.
As my dad would say, it's a very sophisticated piece of equipment.
Yeah. Imagine the Doctor sadly passes away and his TARDIS is left on Earth.
Yes.
And like he then gets sold in auction.
Right.
And like
blue box sold to the gentleman in the long scarf.
Yeah. And then this person buys it and they sell it as like can't be opened, and then someone opens it.
Susan bids for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like to bring up Susan every episode, so I thought I'd...
Susan's child.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there we have it.
Episode Runaway Bride.
Yeah. Just before we move on, shall we have a quick chat about the coming soon trailer?
Yeah.
Anything in it caught your eye?
Sack.
Sek.
Oh.
The Dalek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
I bet the Daleks show appearance in every season. Because they're so iconic. They're like, we need to have a Dalek. We paid so much money to have this Dalek made. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to comment on that.
Well, every showrunner that does it is going to be like, hey, I want a Dalek episode. I want a Dalek episode. I want a cyborg episode.
And every new Doctor, like, it's sort of a rite of passage for them to face the Daleks at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're coming soon. I'm like...
What do you feel like, seriously? Because unfortunately, it wasn't on the iPlayer.
Is it Martha a doctor?
What makes you think that?
She was wearing a white coat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, got to sound like Eliza Doolittle then. Ow! The doctor said, I'm the doctor. And then Martha said, me too, if I can pass my exams.
Oh, she's a medical student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So again, quite different from Rose.
Yeah. And it's good to have someone who can... Oh, that's probably going to foreshadow that the doctor's going to be in some, like, deathly peril and she's got to be like, okay, I've got to restart your second heart or you're going to die.
No comment. No comment.
Have I hit the nail on the head? Don't. Oh my God.
We shall see. But yeah, so she is a medical student. You're right.
Yeah. I think I want to call her Margot.
Please don't, because her name's Martha. She's also the first black companion in the show. If you don't count Mickey, I mean, she's the first like major full-time black companion.
Yeah.
Which is obviously
I don't really class Mickey as a companion anyway.
Well, that's debatable because he did travel in the TARDIS for a couple of adventures. But anyway, yeah, that's a big milestone for the show. I mean, it's obviously sad that it had to come as late as 2007.
Yeah, we were year 10.
We were. Now, I mean, we've got a bit of Torchwood to watch before we get to Series 3. But I will tell you, I like Series 3. I think it's good. I don't know if you picked up from the trailer, but it's quite it looks a bit like a darker season. It
feels to me like there's a lot more trouble.
So I feel like Series 2 is quite frothy, which we've just finished, but I do feel like Series 3 is a lot darker. So
grit, like a noir.
Yeah, well, you can make your own mind up, but I'm just telling you that's my views on it.
And it seems like she gets in trouble a lot because he says a lot like, let go of her now.
Yeah. It's always interesting what they choose to put in those coming soon trailers because I think because this was obviously released at Christmas, they're still only halfway through filming for that series, so they can only put in like the few episodes that they've shot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it seems alright. It seems like it's like going to be like quite actiony and like
I think you're gonna like it
more on the action rather than the humanoid side. Anywho,
shall we look at the list?
No, I don't need to look at the list.
Okay, what? Okay, tell me.
1.
Number 1.
1.
This is your favourite episode so far?
Yeah, I would watch that again.
More than Empty Child?
Yes.
Hooray!
And it's purely how well they work together.
Yeah, I have to say, David Tennant and Catherine Tate are dynamite.
They blend very well.
Yeah, they are a fantastic duo, which is
feels quite natural.
Yeah, which is why the Doctor and Donna are such a popular pair, and why Series 4 is so popular, and why they've worked together a lot outside of Doctor Who as well. Like, I said I saw her in Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
It was her and David Tennant together.
That earlier.
I didn't mention David Tennant.
You did.
I did mention David Tennant. I did not.
You did.
I'll go back and I'll edit it and I'll see.
No, Stephen, I can guarantee you said with David Tennant.
Okay. If I'm wrong, when I edit this, I will eat my hat. And I will issue an apology.
You're going to be wrong.
Yeah, I'll voice note myself in if I'm wrong, and I'll issue an apology.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that.
Hear me admit that I was wrong.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Stephen. Ben's here as well. Just dropping in while I'm mid-editing to very sheepishly say that, yes, Ben was right. I did mention David Tennant before. So enjoy that.
I will enjoy it, you know that.
Okay.
I'll relish it.
Anyway, back to the episode. So it's number 1.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yes.
The Runaway Bride.
Is this a class of season 2 episode?
Well, we classed Christmas Invasion as series 2, so I would call this series 3.
Because, it was such a good episode. It was balanced with story and characters and action, and I felt like it was a good blend for me. It felt very balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I think of it as a comedy episode by and large, but then you've got that ending where he's drowning the spiders down the tube,
plug hole.
down the plug hole.
And they drain the Thames.
Yeah, and that's
into the core of the universe.
Core of the Earth, yeah. That's incredibly dark.
Yeah. Shouldn't there be more steam?
Well, it was a long way down. There was probably steam further down, but you couldn't see that.
So where's it going to go for you?
It's going to go high, definitely. Currently, my number 1 is Parting of the Ways. Do I like it more than Parting of the Ways? No, I think Parting of the Ways has got to stay top at the moment for me. Then I've got Father's Day, which is also very good. I think I'm going to put Runaway Bride between those two, so it's now going to be number 2, just under Parting of the Ways. I do like this one a lot. It's fun. It's one I've rewatched many times. And I'm actually slightly surprised that you liked it as much as you did. I thought you would like Catherine Tate, because we love her anyway.
Yeah.
But I did think, even while we were watching it, I was looking over at you a few times, and you seemed to have quite a blank face. Maybe because you're tired.
But no, also, like, I was just I was engrossed in the story.
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
So number 1 for you, number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's The Runaway Bride, and that's also the end of our...
Series 2.
Yeah, the end of our Series 2, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll be off on a smallish break, and then we're going to be getting into some spin-offs.
Yes.
How are you feeling about
that? Meh.
I don't think you're looking forward to Sarah Jane. I think you're looking to get that out of the way.
I'm an adult, Stephen.
Yes, I know, but many adults watch and love Sarah Jane.
Okay. I might enjoy it. I don't know.
We'll see. From what I remember of it, the series itself is stronger than the pilot, but I just think the pilot makes sense for us to watch because it introduces the whole setup, you know.
Did they get special permission for K9 to be in it?
They did, yes. I think I mentioned that to you before.
Couldn't
yeah.
remember.
And what about Torchwood? I don't know what your...
I'm not a Hugh Barrowman fan.
No, I mean, neither am I, to be honest.
But acting style, I think he's a bit...
There's a lot more to Torchwood than just John Barrowman.
Yeah.
Remember Eve Miles, who played Gwyneth in The Unquiet Dead? Yeah, remember I told you she was going to be one of the leads in Torchwood? Yeah, she's fantastic.
Do they make reference that she's a reincarnation of...
Gwyneth?
Yeah.
Not in Torchwood, but there is a reference later on in Doctor Who. Probably shouldn't have told you that, but never mind.
She makes appearance again.
Maybe. I'm not really sure what your preconceptions are going to be about Torchwood.
I just think it's going to be grittier, darker, and BBC Two worthy.
It started on BBC Three.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Then it moved to BBC Two when it got popular.
And then never made it to BBC One.
It may have done actually for the third series. I think it may have done.
Top
of my head, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is good. It's I will say that the first series is quite inconsistent while they were working out what exactly they were trying to make. But there are some great highs. There are some low lows, but there are some very high highs.
My current idea of it would be that it's a hybrid between Doctor Who and Buffy.
You're not a million miles away at all, actually.
Like, because it's
more specifically Angel, actually, although you haven't watched Angel.
No.
Yeah. Anywho.
Stephen.
Yes?
I've got a question for you.
What's your question?
Where can they find us on the webby woos?
They can find us on Twitter. Oh, that was cool. We both did Twitter at the same time. At About Time Cast on Instagram. At About Time Cast
on TikTok.
At About Time Podcast, because we like to be different on TikTok. Actually, it's because
someone already had it.
No. I made About Time Cast and started posting things, and then for some reason I got a notification saying I'd violated their terms or something, and my account got deleted, and I had to make a new one because it wouldn't let me make one with the same name.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened there, but yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyway, and of course you can email us if you feel so inclined. Because we do love hearing. No, I'm not even joking. We genuinely do love hearing from you. It's really, really nice.
It's really nice, and it's really nice to hear from people that are listening to this.
I don't
have to.
Yeah, sometimes I just get messages personally from people, and they just comment and say that. I've had someone say to me that listening to us has really cheered them up and helped them through a tough time and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily read that out because they may not want me to. Yeah. But it means a huge amount to hear that.
And I hear everything. I don't have control on the socials.
Yeah, it's all if you're talking on the social media, you're talking to me, but I do pass things on to Ben.
Yeah.
And he's just as touched as I am, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's really touching that you take your time to contact us. And so if you want to contact us, that's great. Yeah. If you want us to talk about a certain topic of it, or if you've got things that you want to ask us, or let's keep it Doctor Who related. I don't want people to say oh my god, Ben, what is your fetish?
Oh, go on, please, someone ask that. That'll be hilarious.
No, I don't have one.
Yeah, so if you do want to email us, it's abouttimecast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
thank you. And one other thing, I haven't mentioned this for a while, but it would be a huge help for me and Ben if you could give us a rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, there's not a lot at the moment. That I think there's one. We've got one review on there, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But a few more would be nice.
Yeah.
And we've got a few 5-star reviews, and someone has given us a 1-star review.
Saying.
No, they haven't. Sorry, they haven't reviewed. They've just clicked the rating button. So we've got a load of 5-star ones and 1-star, which has dragged the average down. And I just want to say to that person, fuck you.
I want to say to that person,
if we're not your cup of tea, so be it.
As my mum has always said, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And it's very easy to give people 1 star when it's not your favourite, or at the end of the day, these podcasts, I'm talking from every podcast person in this world, and anybody who's on social media or any type of video or recording type of thing, it takes a lot of work.
It takes courage as well to put yourself out there, and because it's actually quite vulnerable.
Yeah,
we are being ourselves on this and putting ourselves out there.
And you hear me annoy Stephen, and that just happens daily. But he annoys me too sometimes.
Yeah, of course I do.
But anywho, that's enough of that.
Yeah, so
drag the tone down.
Give us some.
Because I've given my one top spot away.
What do you mean?
Empty Child held it for the whole season.
I know. Well, not the whole. Oh, the whole of series 2.
Yeah,
yes, it did.
It held it. Yeah.
Yes.
And
it's gone now.
It's gone.
Well, let's hope this is a sign of things to come in series 3.
I'm gonna say au revoir.
Yeah, because it is a school night.
Not for me, because I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, you're off tomorrow, aren't you, jammy git?
Yeah. My work was like, Ben, you've not taken enough holiday for this quarter.
Yeah.
Please, can you take some holiday?
Well, enjoy that. Have a lovely day off.
Yeah. And I've got Saturday off as well.
Yes, don't rub it in.
You always get 2 days off together.
And I've got the whole bank holiday weekend.
Yes, and I never. I'm working bank holiday Monday. Anywho, that's what you do when you work in retail. Bye-bye, au revoir, and stay fantastic.
We're totally going to do a musical episode one day, aren't we?
Yes. I would gladly sing all my forms.
I mean, you basically do anyway. Every episode is a musical episode. Anywho.
Goodbye.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Stay fantastic.
Stay fantastic.